Royal IHC is actually a shipbuilder, but we distinguish ourselves well, on the basis of that we don't just do the ship, we build the ship, we also do the design, the engineering, the construction, and we do all the main mission equipment, we combine that. So we are active in 4 distinctive markets: the dredging market, the offshore market, the mining market, basically for wet mining, and the defense market, which is still a fairly new branch for us. We, as IHC, mainly specialize in the dredging sector. That's where we have our longest heritage. We've been in dredging, and predecessors of our company have been in dredging for more than 300 years. We are market leader in that segment, and that's also why it's so important to be here, because the Middle East is the area for dredging activity. What we see is a very distinct move towards what we say international security. That's really an item today. And in that international security, it's also well, a lot of governments, they are looking for capable yards that are able to integrate complex ships with their equipment, with their complex mission systems, and that actually suits us quite well, because that's what we do for the oil and gas industry as well. So it's a nice addition to our capabilities. The activities of Royal IHC have mainly been in the dredging market, in the dredging industry, and that's where also we are pretty big at. What we have here specifically in Dubai is a local office where we support all our clients that are active in the Middle East with spares, maintenance, training programs, these kind of things, the more soft skills, so that the vessel that is delivered from the shipyard in the Netherlands, that it keeps performing over its total life cycle. So what we always try to emphasize is total cost of ownership with any client. So you will pay a premium for a new ship, but due to all the training that we give, all the maintenance programs, we make sure that it maintains profitable to operate the ship for a longer time to come. Obviously, shipbuilding has been hit by the pandemic quite severely. Just very practical things. It's very difficult to get your workers to the shipyard. You cannot let them work from home. So that's a very concrete one. And like I said, it's very good to be at this physical event again, because also in our sales business, it's quite difficult to sell a multi-million euro ship over a Teams meeting. So, like I said, it's very good to be traveling again, and hopefully, we can get the pandemic more or less under control, and we see plenty of opportunity in the market. The main challenges that we see today are mainly in the field of sustainability and economic growth. Also due to the pandemic, we had a sharp decline in the world economy. Means that a lot of investment have been postponed. We see a terrible amount of inflation in the supply chain. And that's something that, we not very easily have control over, that we try to mitigate. We do it very often in cooperation with our clients. And the other one that's very important is, of course, sustainability. We just had the Glasgow event, and there you see quite some ambitious targets set ahead in terms of emission reduction for the maritime industry. And we try to adapt to that already for several years by introducing alternatively fueled vessels. So we were the first company in the world to deliver a dredger or a workship that was run on LNG. So we are a real pioneer in that field. But we have a continuous R&D program looking at alternative fuels, ways of saving energy, conserving energy. We look at batterization, so putting more batteries on board. And those are the things that also appeal to our customers, and they have to deal with those challenges as well. I think the supply chain issue is quite complex, because the problem, it lies much further upstream the supply chain. So it already starts with the materials, which are very expensive to procure. We do look at alternative materials, we look at alternative makes. And that's how we try to do with it. We also try to design our ships more efficiently. So, for instance, cutting down on the steel weight. That's something that we've always done quite significantly, because that's what you need to do for a workship. You continuously try to make the footprint of the ship as small as possible. That's pretty much what we're looking at. We're really looking at gaining and squeezing that last bit of efficiency out of the vessel.